Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Following the other video, oh yes. Right, we're back to our IPv4. Remember IPv4 addressing. Right, so let's choose IP address. So we will choose class B IP address. 172.17.0.0. Thank you. And in this scenario, we have our subnet mask or the prefix notation. So this is called the prefix and prefix notation. If you are going to read some more technical books, they will refer it as prefix and prefix notation. But I will keep it very casual, so I'll just say it's a subnet mask here. 255.255.240. Now remember this. This is a class B address and this is a class C subnet mask. So it's going to be a very unique network. So what we need to find is number one question mark. Maximum number of valid subnets. We have to find out the maximum number of valid subnets, and then we have to find out usable hosts per subnet. Usable hosts per subnet. It's going to be an interesting ride. So let's focus in your mind and think that you are just in the examination hall and you have been given this solution and you have to solve it in 1 minute. Ideally 60, I would say ideally 50 seconds, but yeah. So that's a class B IP address, remember, and that's a class C mask. We have to find out valid host, maximum valid host per subnet. And so what I would suggest is if you focus on your mind that we need maximum number of valid subnets and how many usable hosts per subnet can we get. Now, as focusing on it, what I will usually focus more is start with this bit and check what our subnet mask is. It's a good idea to troubleshoot from here in your brain, and that will give you more easier route to finding the solution. If you have got a proper better way of doing it, why not? Yeah, you can carry on doing that as well, but this is just basic practice. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with subnet mask and I'll write it down. 255.255.255.240. Thank you. Now, which means that so we'll be focusing on the fourth octet as it's a class C mask. So this is the area where we usually do increments and we'll work on here. So just to let you know, as we'll focus on the fourth octet, the fourth value, which means that we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so that's a subnet mask. So /25 /26 /27 /28. So this is a mask of /28. Yes, so that's 8 plus 8 plus 8 bits. 24. 24 plus 4 is /28 mask. So let's stay till here. So as we know that that's the 240 here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of the bits are all zeros here. So similarly, as we know that we have a class B IP address, which is 172 Hey, you there. Hello. Concentrate. Hello. Sorry. I don't want to make you bored. Just a little bit more. Oh, yes. Focus. Focus. Right. So that's the class B mask. So what we'll do exactly the same thing with this. So that's the fourth octet here. There we go. And in the fourth octet, we will do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the fourth octet here, where we are working at the moment, because we're doing exactly the same thing as we were doing in the subnet mask. So what we gotta do is we have to sort of find out how we are going to get valid subnets and how we are going to get usable host per subnet. So let's see. What we're gonna do is, now, as you all know, and even if you don't know, don't worry about it, we will know right now. So yeah, so what's gonna happen is, let me make it more easier for you by doing this. Now supposedly that's the fourth subnet here. Now as we know that the third subnet was 255 down there, so let's copy the same environment down here, which means that if it's a 255 and if we replicate it, the third octet is going to be 8 bits on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now if you add all the ones, we have 2 to the power 8, add 2 to the power 4, which is 2 to the power 12. And as I have said in the previous videos, and you know as well, so let's start from 2 power 7. Anyone remembers? It's 128. 2 power 8 is a 256. 2 power 9 is a 512. So similarly, we carry on to 2 power 12. And 2 power 12 will give us 4096. Remember that? So that's 4096 has come up here. So can anyone tell me what's this gonna be? Well. Ta-da! This is actually our valid subnets. So number of valid subnets is going to be 4096. And I'd like to try to save pages, but it's alright, not to worry. Right, let's go to the next bit. So let me write it down here for our easy approach. So this is what we have found out is that our number of valid subnets is 4096. Right, next thing we need to find out is valid hosts for per subnet, or usable, I think it was, yes. So number of valid subnets we have here, so we need to find out the hosts now. Now finding, what was it? Yes, now finding the host per, I'm going in the thought process now. Right, now finding the host per subnet, yes. So what's the next? Anyone has an idea? No? Yes? Anyone saying yes? No? Okay, no worries. Right, so there we go. 172.17.0.0. So as we all know, in the third octet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we had 8 bits on here, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4. So these bits, they gave us number of valid subnets. Now, what will you do with those zeros? Anyone thought about it? Well, what we usually do with these zeros is we will try to see what we can do with them. Yeah, so we have 4 zeros here. So anyone has an idea what's gonna happen here? Obviously we gotta do something with the zeros, isn't it? Yes, right. That's true, that's perfect. Right now, in order to find host per subnet, we use a beautiful formula. Well, all the formulas are not really beautiful, but yeah. 2y minus t. So we suppose that this is going to be value of y. That's going to be y. So 2 to the power 4 minus t. So, which means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into, no. We have 4 2's. 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 into 2, 16. So 16 minus 2. 14. So our hosts per subnet are going to be 14. Thank you so much. There we go. So just do a recap. So I mean, these things can be challenging, but once you do more practice, you need practice 15 minutes, half an hour a day, 15 minutes, wherever you can squeeze in. It will help you a lot in understanding network diagrams. So important, because if you don't know what IPv4 addressing is, literally you don't know what half of routing and switching is. So if you're going, especially if you're going to work in IT support related to networks, application support, IT support, IT network admin, there's a lot of things, in routing, switching, or anywhere related to networking where it is involved, even in fiber optic cabling, all of these ones, and other bits. Though fiber optic cabling deals with layer 1 and cabling deals with layer 1 issues, but still sometimes engineer needs to deal with layer 3 issues as well. So when I say layer 3 issues, I refer to the TCP/IP model, or I refer to OSI model, which we have discussed before, and we will keep on discussing it. So let's see from here. We had a class B address, and then we had a class C mask. Now, as an engineer, I will be thinking, okay, what will be the valid subnets and usable hosts? And to understand the network diagram, I need to know what valid hosts have been used and what usable hosts are being used. So valid subnets, usable hosts, then we start our process, and we always start with subnet mask here. And then we have found out that our valid subnets are going to be 4096. And then literally we go down and we replicate and see, once we have replicated that 2 to the power 12 was used for valid subnets. Now we have those 4 zeros, and those 4 zeros are actually the power of 2, and here, so 4 minus 2, 2 power minus 2, that's the formula to get host per subnet, so 2y minus 2. So supposedly if I had 6 zeros here, I will do 2 to the power 6 minus 2. If I had 8 zeros there, I'll do 2 to the power 8. So it's fairly simple, but it all comes with practice, that's the thing. So I'll see you in my next video, and maybe I will point out some more vulnerabilities and make some more videos with IPv4 subnetting, highlighting IT security as well. So because IT security is getting more closer to networking as well. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.